What's good, guys? I'm gonna show you guys something that you guys probably already know. Shout out my boy Doyle Exchange, Mango, RD. They always do supply and demand. That's kind of what I started on. But I pretty much did everything: swing trading, crypto, all that. But obviously Forex stuck with us the most. That's why we're doing it. But finding that nice key strategy that makes sense to you and your play style is becomes a huge part of it. For me, in quarter one, supply and demand did not work out. Like I was winning one and I was losing two, even though I was waiting for break a candle, valid zones, market structure, all that. But just for some reason, I wasn't winning. So this Shut Up Mamba effects too. I kind of stole his strategy, even though he didn't make it and I did not make this strategy. But I just found some little like tweaks and I made a lot more sense, bro. Like you can see this right when you get on the market. Let's say I trade London, right? A lot of people trade New York. I trade London, right? At like 150, 145. If I don't see a setup forming, that's it, bro. I just gotta wait till tomorrow. I usually take one trade a day. And I'm gonna show you guys exactly what I do. Obviously, I know what's gonna happen in these examples, but it's the same thing in the live market, bro. I'm telling you, like it's easy, bro. Let's get straight into the charts now. I'm going as far as back as I can go, right? I don't have replay mode, so just bear with me. So let's just skip this because like I can't see what's happening. All I can see is it's consolidating, right? That usually what happens before these big moves. So as you can see, this yellow line is London. This is New York. I like to have both, so I know when London session kind of ends, and I know when London session begins. This is called kill zones by like Oscar VS or something like that, right? Then you just do your own settings. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna mark your resistance, which is right here. We're gonna mark your support, which is right here. As London session is opening, you do not want to trade before London session. I'm telling you, you're gonna get faked out. You might win a good move here and there, but usually there's not enough volume to carry that trade on, bro. You're gonna either get faked out or the trade's gonna take way too long. Sometimes I would say like 4 to 10 times the trade would just take off, right? If you get into the right section, if you're selling or buying, right? In this case, you're gonna mark your resistance and support as London session is happening. We have another support right here. So now we have two supports. We need to wait for those to get broke. And I'm telling you, when it breaks through these areas, do not just enter right away because that's gonna fake you out. It's probably just gonna grab liquidity down here and you're gonna be part of liquidity. I'm telling you. So what we want to do is wait for it to break the trend line and resistance, right? If we're looking for buys. In this case, we're seeing higher highs, higher lows. It's kind of ugly though, but you know, higher high, we dip down. This is like this is New York opening, but obviously it tried to shoot down and then shot straight up. Look at all that volume, right? Higher high or higher low, higher high, higher low. It's supporting, resisting, and this is where we take off, right? Draw your trend line. Once it breaks past both of these and we get a nice engulfing candle, don't just get in. You want to wait for that candle to close to see how big that wick is. Because if you get in as soon as it breaks, that wick could probably be the whole candle and you're going to get faked out. So that's why you want to wait you want to make sure that candle closes with a lot of buying or selling power, depending on which way you're going. I usually do a 10 pip stop loss. This is pretty much perfect because our stop loss is right under the support, right? Right under the support. And I usually go for one or twos, and I'll show you guys how to get higher RRs depending on the situation. In this case, we had no drawdown. Oh, I didn't mention the way I enter these trades is if I see a big engulfing candle breaking up my zones, I have to wait for the next candle to break that candle. You know what I'm saying? And then I'll enter. Then I'm going for 20 pips and I have a 10 pip stop loss. And that's it, bro. We had no drawdown. Straight to take profit. You could have held it even longer if you wanted to, but move on to the next day, bro. So as you can see, carrying on the next day, it's still respecting the previous resistance, bro. Charts and trading is art, really. You gotta just see it as art. So look, we're respecting this resistance many, many times. So I'm expecting it to keep going, right? Boom, you got this super long trend line. We already have our we already have our resistance written out. I mean support. And we have another support as London is opening. So we're waiting for buys. We see this nice engulfing candle, but that's not enough for me because it's right on the trend line. You know, this wick, these wicks were right on the trend line. So that could have just been a lucky candle. It could still go down. So wait for the next one. The next one breaks it a little bit, but this one right here is really engulfing and it has no upper wick. So we wait for that next candle to break that candle. 10 pips stop loss like yesterday. 20 pips take profit. We had an inch of drawdown, bro. An inch of drawdown. And look how safe this is. We had the trend line right on top of our stop loss. And our support is right above our stop loss. So if it might just come respect this trend line and shoot back up, bro. Don't hesitate. Just leave it be and let it play out. Make sure there's no news happening when these sessions open though, because you don't need a stop loss or take profit if you are really mentally strong, right? Because sometimes it might come really close and that spread would just pull you up. So in this trade, 2 trades in a row, we had no drawdown, none. If you trade New York, this would have been a nice trade right here. The opposite of London. Sometimes that happens. The market might just be going up or down, and then once the session happens, it goes the opposite quick, right? Because it has to balance out. It has to balance out. This would have been an even nicer trade, but I would have got in once it broke this candle, right? Once it broke this candle, I would have got in to 20 pip stop loss. But I don't trade New York, so we're gonna move on. Right here, really the same thing, bro. I'm only going to show you guys a couple of examples because it's so self-explanatory. Go back, test it. Let me know if you need more help. I'll make more videos about this strategy. As you can see, we have our support. We have our trend line. If it breaks our support and keeps going, it could just grab liquidity. So be careful, right? That's why you want to wait for it to break past these zones with another break a candle. You don't want to get in immediately, bro. I'm telling you. If you would have got in right here, right when it broke this trend line, it could easily just trail down and you would have lost, right? As you can see, right when London session opens, it's already retesting this trend line, bro. It's already retesting it. And all we gotta do is wait for it to break the next engulfing candle right when London session opens, 10 pip stop loss, 20 pip take profit. In this case, we would have lost if you closed early, you would have won because it's literally at 1.9 take profit. It's 1.9. It's 0.10 pips away from your TP. You might as well just close, bro. Telling you, you might as well just close. You could have got in earlier once you seen this engulfing retest on London session. But that's just breaking our rules, so we're not doing that. We could have easily just lose that trade or just pull out early, bro. This is my last example for y'all. As you can see, hopefully you guys see this. Resistance, massive trend line. All these touches, one big old touch, 2, 3, 4, 5 touches. Well, we kind of missed this trade. It happened at 130. This would have been a nice trade right here. It would have been a nice trade. That would have been a nice little trade. But you just don't trade it that day. You're just not trading. Or you can just be a little bit more patient, wait for that next resistance and support, and do the same exact thing, y'all. Do the same thing. right here, engulfing bearish candle with that breaker candle. Our stop loss is above the trend line and resistance, so that's like extra safe. The only reason it will come that high again is if you just did it wrong, bro. You would have held this trade with no drawdown, could have held all the way down here until it started consolidating. Boom. One out of three, right then and there. You could have held even more if you just like that. 1 out of 7, bro. 1 out of 7. With this strategy, you can easily trail your stop loss. You can easily trail it. You just have to get good at getting 1 to 2s consistently so you have a good little leadway of profit to start trailing and building up your profits, right? So yeah, we lost. Like I said, I obviously know it's gonna happen, but it's just so self-explanatory, bro. This right here, this is a little bit sketch for me. A little bit sketch. I probably would have gotten in as soon as it broke that resistance. Just because all 5 of these candles are bullish and we're already going up. All these consecutive bullish candles, it came down. There is liquidity right here and a gap, so it's risky. You get better at it every time. I'm gonna put screenshots of my profits with this exact strategy right here, here, here. How many I have? I probably have like 4 or 5, right? That's not all the profits I have. I just screenshot some of them because I was posting on Instagram for a little bit. So boom, y'all. That's it. I'm out.